Before we start learning Unreal C++, we first need to set up the tools required for development. In this video, I will show you how to install Visual Studio, which components are actually required for Unreal Engine, and how to make sure everything is configured correctly. By the end of this video, your system will be ready for Unreal C++ development. Let's get started. For this course, I will be using Visual Studio. You can use other code editors as well. However, Visual Studio is one of the most commonly used code editors for Unreal Engine development. Now suppose I am completely new to Unreal C++. I don't know how to set up Visual Studio. I don't know where to start. What should I do? Maybe start searching for tutorials on YouTube? Maybe search on Reddit? Or ask an AI agent? No. That's not how you should start. Not only for setting up Visual Studio, but for anything in Unreal Engine. Whenever you get stuck, the first place you should check is the official Unreal documentation. Make it a habit. Then, search forums. And if you still cannot find an answer, then search YouTube. Search Reddit. Or ask an AI assistant. This is the documentation page we are looking for. I have already gone through everything on this page. Now I will guide you through the process, step by step. For this course, I am using Unreal Engine 5.8. And for Unreal Engine 5.8, I will be using Visual Studio 2026 version 18.6. You can use an older version as well. However, I generally recommend using the latest stable version. In most cases, it works best with the latest Unreal Engine release. Since I am on Windows, the first thing I need to do is download the Visual Studio installer. Let's install it. There is nothing special we need to do here. Simply follow the installer and complete the installation. Once the installer is ready, it will ask us which components we want to install. For Unreal Engine development, we only need a few components. Let's start with the desktop and mobile section. From here, select these first three components. Now scroll down a little and go to the gaming section. Here, make sure to select Game Development with C++. You can always double-check these requirements from the official documentation. Now let's look at the Details section. From here, we only need two additional options. The first one is the Unreal Engine installer. And the second one is an SDK version. I will simply select the latest SDK available. A few additional tools will be installed later by Unreal Engine automatically. So for now, just install these components. As you can see, the download has started. At this point, there is nothing else we need to do. Just sit back, relax, and wait for the installation to finish. Okay. Everything has been installed. Now let's create a C++ project. This will allow Unreal Engine to install the remaining required components automatically. I am currently using Unreal Engine 5.8. I am going to create a simple blank C++ project. Make sure you are in the C++ section here. You can give the project any name you want. This is only a test project. We will delete it later. Now click Create. Since we are creating a C++ project, Unreal Engine will need some time to compile everything. Depending on your system, this may take a few minutes. While Unreal Engine is compiling, it will also launch Visual Studio automatically. And here we go. The project has opened successfully. As you can see, Visual Studio has also opened automatically. If Visual Studio does not open on your system, don't worry. Go to Edit. Then, Editor Preferences. Next, Source Code. And from here, select your preferred code editor. In my case, that is Visual Studio 2026. Now let's talk about live coding. If you look here, you can see that live coding is enabled. It works somewhat like hot reload. Sometimes it works very well. And sometimes it doesn't. For now, we will leave it enabled. but later in the course, if it starts causing problems, I will show you how to disable it. Personally, for most of my production projects, I prefer to keep it disabled. Now let's switch back to Visual Studio. Since we created a blank project, you won't see much code here yet. However, in the top right corner, you may see a notification. It may ask you to install a few additional components. Simply click Install. Visual Studio will take care of the rest. It will automatically download and install everything it needs. OK. The installation is complete. Our Visual Studio setup is now ready for Unreal Engine C++ development. And that's it for this video. In the next video, we will create our very first C++ class. We will also learn what header files are and what CPP files are. So, I'll see you in the next video.